We are working on a 03 Suzuki Mehran. These are very common cars from Suzuki. And problem with this car is it's not running well. The owner of the car is here with me, and his complaint is the car is not running well. The other owner also here. The starting is bad. It's badly starting. It's giving black smoke, and the car, you can see, it's good, not bad in condition, but problems are there. So we are going to address those problems: the starting, the running, the bad running, as well as the black smoke. All the problems we will address. The main problem with this car is this is actually a stain on the name of respected Toyota. What they are doing is they have fitted this Delco, or whatever the name is, distributor, spark distributor, or whatever you can say. The points are there inside. Point is here. You can see this new point with us. We are going to install this new point in. I will show you all details, how to do it and how to adjust the older point. Every detail I will cover in this video, and please with me, and you will learn so many things from me. So for the point removal, you have to open this cap, distributor cap, keep it side. Then later on you have to remove this distributor, whatever this spark distributor, but remove, keep it side as well. And then inside I'm just going to show you. Here is the rotor, here is the points inside, and these are the two screws which are holding this point inside, and here is the cable. This is giving ground to this one, and here is the power cable which is giving this power. This power is coming from the ignition coil. You can see the function is actually here. We are providing a positive power from gate power is coming to this distributor, and inside is the coil. From the coil, this ground side control is there, and that control is coming here to this point. So this point is actually while pointing, so the chopped DC is transforming over here in this coil, and high voltage is coming to this distributor cap. From here, this is distributing in these three spark plug wires, and from here the energy is going to the spark plugs. We are going to replace these points. I have to take the screwdriver, lose it. I'm taking care not to drop screws here and there. I don't have enough tools in my hand, but whatever is available I'm working with. So by these two screws, this point is held. You can see it had been come off. And what's the problem with this one, I'm just going to show you in a little moment. But for that, first I have to remove this cable connection. It's also to be removed. It's a must to be removed. I'm just using my regular pliers to lose this nut. After loosening this nut, I will be able to remove this cable from. So by this way, as you can see, this cable came off and the whole point came off. The point, CB point, is actually over here, you can see, and you can see this is bad inside. Just I'm going to show you a little overview, a close look of this point. You can see here this is bad, and also here this point is bad. You can see here these points are to be cleaned also. After some time you should clean them. After a few hundred kilometers running, you have to clean these points. Cleaning is easy. You have to make by rubbing by sandpaper and then clean it. And here is the heel. Actually this heel is touching to this lobes. Three lobes are there to the rotor, and then it's functioning. So this is the way how it's functioning. Now we are going to put the new point in. So new point, you can see inside it's good, it's perfect. The material is perfect. Here also you can see the material is totally perfect. We are going to put it in. So the installation of the new point is the same, the straightforward method. You have to put this cable in first, and then the two screws you have to tight. But one other thing we have to install with this one is this condenser.
Here is this capacitor or condenser. You can see this is also important to be installed with, because if this capacitor is there, these points will not go bad very frequently as they were. So the condenser is important. In this car the condenser was not there. I don't know why somebody removed it from, and now we are going to fix this condenser also. This is a small capacity capacitor actually, 0.25 microfarad, you can see, and this capacitor is specially for the automotive purpose. Now we are going to, one side is grounded actually here, this side is grounded, and this side will go to the points where the energy is, over here, this one. So this will be installed over here. This will be parallel to this whole point unit. So we can install it outside as well. So we will install it outside. Better we will take some ground somewhere, and this one we will install to the signal or the DC. Here is this, you can see the new points has been installed, and the older point we just removed it from. All this one wire I is installed with the grounding, as well as a new capacitor. You can see here I just installed it. Here is that capacitor, one side grounded, this body, and the other side is going to here to the power, the chopped DC. The point is working. So here's the point. With the point, actually these two screws, you will keep them a little bit snug, and then these three lobes, one lobe, second lobe, and the third lobe, these three lobes, while it is touching in the center of this point, you will see the gap over here in between the points. This gap you will maintain. There should be a gap while it is touching to the lobe. The heel is touching to the lobe. That time you will maintain a small gap. The gap is, you can see at the moment, it is visible on the camera even here. This gap you will be able to make it by experience. Small gap. I cannot tell how much in millimeters it is, but you can see the service manual for this if it is required to you, but that much gap is required. So if the gap is much more, it will not work properly. If it is smaller, then it will even not work properly. So a standard gap is required to do this. And then later on you will tighten the screws on this condition. And if your lobes are not on the center, so you will put the vehicle in some gear like second gear, and then push the vehicle in direction. Release the handbrake please. So it should not be in the handbrake, and then move the vehicle back and forth. So you can see this rotor is rotating, and then it will touch to the lobe will touch to the heel. Here you can see now is this lobe is touching to the heel. Now the point is opened. So while it will be on the downside of the lobe, so that the point will be touching to each other. So this is what is the way you will do it. You will fine tune it, and then it will work perfectly. So after fixing everything, here you can see we are going to make a little bit lubrication, because this heel is touching all the time to these three lobes. So lubrication is required. Little bit grease will do the work. So only these lobes, on these lobes you have to lubricate a little bit, so that this will not ruin the heel or the shaft, whatever. So after doing this, you have to fix everything. Start. Neutral, start. So now we are going to start the car after doing everything. Start please. So as you listen, the starting was very well. Okay, accelerate please. We are accelerating. Stop it. Stop. We are going to start it again. Start it again please. So as you listen, the starting is very well. Idle, no speed. So it's idling very well as well. Everything is okay now. It's in running very well. And here is the happy owner of the car.
Of course, it's good now. It's good now. Thanks.
He's very much happy with his car. Okay, that's it. Stop. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe and like. 1998 Suzuki Swift. Actually, the model is at 1000cc engine. This car problem is it's not starting well. It's not running well. It is hesitating.
there is a misfire and it's not sustaining.